Hey, Dina here. I've been wanting to make another video on this channel for a while, but I haven't been for a couple reasons. One is that obviously I like to be alone when I record these videos, and I just haven't had the chance. Also, another reason is because things were kind of not going so well with my diet for a little while, and I was feeling kind of bad about it, and I just kind of didn't really want to talk about it, which isn't great. Best case scenario is that I'm honest about everything that's happening with me, and like shutting down when things aren't going well isn't really being honest. I just realized I forgot to put my Fitbit back on after I got out of the shower. First of all, this isn't like bad news or anything. Things are going better again. Basically what happened was that I'd been trying to my goal for the end of June was to get down to 175 pounds. Definitely did not make that goal, but it's okay. But even though I was a little bit late getting there, I was really happy when I got under 175. That was a big deal to me. I was halfway through my initial goal, which was 150. That was like a temporary goal that I was hoping to get to at the end of September. I'm not going to make that either, but whatever, it's fine. So what happened was I got below 175. I was down to like 174.2 or 3 or something like that. And not only did I not stay there, but my weight started to creep back up almost immediately. And for something like 3 weeks, I didn't lose any weight. And in fact, I was gradually gaining. I got back up to like 177.7 or 0.9, something like that. It was really frustrating. I just felt like I really hit a wall. And I wanted to share with you guys a couple of conversations I had with people about it. I have a coach through an app I use called Restore Health. They don't sponsor me or anything like that. I found them through my insurance. The really cool thing about this app is I have a coach who is, as far as I can tell, a real person. I'm pretty sure she's not AI. I did talk to her on the phone once. So about once a week, she texts me and asks me how I'm doing. And so like on August 19th, so like 2 days after my birthday, she says, "Happy belated birthday. How have you been doing staying aligned with your health goals?" And I responded, "I've been doing well with my diet. Still not sure if I'm getting enough calories." That's something that we'll put a pin in that. Still not sure if I'm getting enough calories, but it's a work in progress. I'm a little annoyed that I haven't lost any weight over the last couple weeks, but for now I'm hoping it's just one of those little hiccups. I have had some non-scale victories though. The swelling in my ankles has gone down almost all the way, and I'm able to wear clothes that were previously too small. That's another thing I have to put a pin in. She responded, sorry, I have to hit the button to show the whole thing because they're long messages. "You're seeing physical results than the results on the scale. You're fitting better in your clothes and seeing less inflammation in your body. That sounds like a win. You mentioned you've been going to the gym." I don't actually go to the gym, but I'm sure she has a lot of clients. I don't hold it against her to remember every detail. "You mentioned you were going to the gym and exercising regularly. It's normal to drop inches instead of pounds while we gain muscle. You can also use a measuring tape to track your progress. Everyone's timeline of seeing results on the scale varies, but nonetheless, you're seeing excellent results." And I think I just said, "Thanks so much. I needed to hear that. I'm usually pretty good about not obsessing over that number on the scale, but sometimes I forget. I take my measurements around the end of the month, so we'll see where I'm at then." In fact, actually tomorrow. As of when I'm recording this, I need to take my measurements tomorrow. And she said, "Great, there are so many factors that go into weight on the scale, but you're getting incredible results from the work you're putting in. If you ever get discouraged with what the scale says, be patient and keep that progress in mind." So yeah, that was my conversation with my coach about my lack of weight loss for a while there. And it's so funny because I know all of these things, right? Like they're always saying, well, if you're gaining weight and you think you're doing everything right, or if you're not losing weight and you think you're doing everything right, you might be gaining muscle. And I hear that all the time, and I know it's true. I know muscle weighs more than fat. And in fact, this time around, I'm focusing more on fitness than I have in the past. I am working out a lot, as she said. Some of my workouts are like an hour long, and they take up my entire lunch break. I only work out 3 times a week. I'm working on doing it a little bit more. But yeah, the workouts I do are actually kind of intense, and I've turned into one of those people who uses protein powder, and I'm just really focused. I'm also focused on getting a lot of protein. So yeah, I probably am building muscle, but it's so easy to forget that when you're so used to using the scale. For me, like, I'm very stubborn about wanting to weigh every day because at least in the beginning of the diet, you know, that's the only way you can see progress. Like, they're always telling you, like, oh, focus on how you feel and how your clothes fit. And it's like, you have to lose like 20 pounds before you notice that difference. At least I do. So, you know, the scale is kind of like all I have in the beginning. And it's hard to, like, you know, change from focusing on that, because you know I weigh in the morning and the number's down a little bit. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. And when it stops doing that, it's really frustrating, even though I should know better, right? Like, I shouldn't only be going by the scale. And this was actually the second conversation I had with someone about this, because apparently the first one didn't quite sink in. There's a YouTuber I watch named Amy Berger, and she has a channel called Keto Without the Crazy, which, even if you're not on keto, I highly recommend it if you're even just doing any form of low carb. She doesn't, like, you know, try to tell you exactly the way you should do it. Like, you should be consuming this many carbs, and if you're doing it this other way, you're doing it wrong. You know, she's not like the keto police. God, I don't even want to talk about the keto police. But anyway, you know, she's very much about doing it your own way, but, you know, keeping certain things in mind and blah, blah, blah. You get it. She put up a video called, "Is Protein Ruining Your Keto Diet?" Now, this was a month ago, so probably like July 31st. I don't know if it was exactly a month. YouTube's not telling me how long ago this was. I'm looking at it on the screen. So this was like, you know, maybe a couple weeks before I talked to my coach about this. She put up this video. Anyway, Amy Berger put up this video called, "Is Protein Ruining Your Keto Diet?" And the short version of it was, most likely not, unless you have this or that health issue. So that made me feel better, because one thing I was worried about was that maybe, because like I said, one thing I'm doing different this time is I'm consuming a lot of protein. And I was a little bit worried that maybe the extra protein was stalling my weight loss. She basically said in the video, probably not, unless, you know. And so I left her a comment. I'm not someone who leaves comments very often. I prefer to lurk. But I really appreciate this video she made. And I put, "This was perfect timing. I've been upping my protein because I'm working out a lot, but my weight loss seemed to stall last week, so I was a little worried about the added protein. So I appreciate the assurance that it's probably not the protein." And I realize that doesn't mean that it definitely isn't, but this helps me relax about it a bit. She actually responded and she said, "And remember that weight loss is not the end-all be-all. You don't want to lose weight, you want to lose fat. They are not the same thing." And I said, "That too, thanks for the reminder." And I meant it, by the way. I like I said, it's real easy to get too focused on the scale. And I was 100% doing that, and I think on some level I knew I was being dumb. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I have, over these last few days, I have started to lose again, not losing a lot, but, like, you know, I'm down a couple tenths of a pound about every day or so. I'm back down to about 175.4. Is that what I was this morning? So I'm still a little bit above 175, but I'm on the way to getting back to 174, I think. So hopefully things, you know, knock on wood, hopefully things will keep going the way they are. But yeah, I am starting to lose again. So this is a whole, like, you know, learn from my mistakes kind of situation. I'm sharing this because if you're in a similar situation as me, I don't want you to also feel, bad if the scale stops going down. Like, there's always a chance you could be doing something wrong, but there's also a chance you might not be. And if you feel like you're doing everything right, just stick with it, and, eventually, you'll get back on track. And also, speaking of Amy Berger, this might be coincidence, it probably is, but she put out a video 3 days ago called The Truth About Weight Loss Stalls, and I felt a little bit like maybe I inspired that a little bit with my comment. Probably not, but the idea that I did is kind of funny to me. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. There were a couple pins I stuck in. I wanted to show you guys, let me get the arms of this chair down. I am able to wear some shirts I had to put away. This is my Echo shirt. I know the text is backwards, but if you've seen it in my previous video, you know what shirt this is, Life Fish for Life. Yeah, I've actually been getting some clothes out of storage that were originally too small for me, and they fit me better now, so that's awesome. I don't know what my measurements are. I haven't taken them for about a month, but like I said, I'm going to take my measurements tomorrow as of when I'm recording this. I was going to talk about calories. Here's a really dumb thing I've been doing, and I don't really know a good way to preface this. You all are going to want to beat me up when I tell you I've been doing this, but I've been consuming calories. My calorie count has been well over 1,000. I didn't set out to do that. It just sort of happened in the beginning. I was like, oh wow, I only consumed like 800 calories today, but I feel fine. I guess I'll keep doing it, and as long as I feel okay doing it, I guess I'll keep doing it. So I continued to consume well over 1,000 calories for a while, and I've just been hearing a lot of people saying that like 1,200 calories is the bare minimum your body needs to function, and I haven't been feeling like that's the case, but I'm like, I just heard from so many people saying like, oh my God, don't ever eat under 1,000 calories. That's the worst thing you can do. And I've been gradually upping my calorie count. So I promise I'm not doing that anymore. I'm trying to aim for 12,000-ish right now. I may even go higher than that. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to go up too fast. I'm trying to do it gradually, but yeah, that's the dumb thing I've been doing. And I've been intentionally not telling people that my calorie count was so low because I knew it would get a bad reaction, and that really should have been a red flag. If you're afraid to tell people about it, maybe it's a bad thing. But yeah, I'm back on. I'm not exactly where I want to be weight-wise, but I am back on track. Things are going better. I hope that the number on the scale continues to go down, and if it doesn't, I'll try not to freak out about it. I'm going to take my measurements tomorrow, and hopefully that'll be good news. It should be. Like I said, my clothes have been fitting better, so that should tell me something right there. So I guess that's it for now. Feel free to leave me a comment if you have anything to say about it. You can beat me up about being stupid about consuming too few calories and obsessing over the scale if you want. I fully expect it. And if you're in a similar situation as me, just keep in mind everything I just said. It's pretty normal to stall every once in a while, and I'm going to try not to focus it on it too much. As far as consuming more calories, I'm tempted to think maybe I feel better, but I'm honestly not sure. It might just be that I'm happier because I'm eating more food, and food makes us happy, right? So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for real. So I'll talk to you guys next time I have anything to report. That's it for now. See you next time.